Hello and welcome to Lesson 3 of the Creative Online School's Mastering Adobe Lightroom course. In this lesson, I'm going to teach you about collections. We'll go over their benefits and then I'll show you how to make them. This tutorial is brought to you by Creative Online School. Collections are an organization feature of Lightroom that allow you to create groups of images that you need to work with. You can access your collections across all of your modules, and they really save a lot of time that would otherwise be spent moving back and forth between the Library and Develop tabs in search of images to work with. You can use quick collections in your catalog pane, and you can also make your own collections and collection sets in the Collections box. Look at my collections. The reason some of them are listed in a hierarchy is because I am using a collection set. I have animals, and then under there 2 collections, cat and squirrel. Here, animals is a collection set, and cat and squirrel are collections that belong to the animals set. But this isn't how I typically group my photos. Usually I group them based on where and when I took them, or I'll make a collection for the client I'm working for. Let's make a collection set and collections for my recent trip to Valencia, Spain, where I took 2 collections worth of photos using certain settings just to show you how brilliant Lightroom is. First, I'm going to make a collection set called Valencia. To do this, I click the plus icon at the top of the Collections pane and select Create Collection Set. I'm going to give it a title, and since I don't want this collection set to belong to another collection set, I'm going to uncheck that option. Then I'm going to go back to my library and select the images that I took on day 1 of my trip. If I notice that I've missed a photo later, I can just drag it into the collection. Now I'm going to click the plus icon again, but this time I'm going to create a collection. I'm going to call this collection Day 1, and I'm going to put it inside of the Valencia collection set. Then I've got a few other additional options. I do want to include the photos I've already selected, so I'm going to check this box. You can also keep the images in your collection separate from the rest of the library by ticking Make New Virtual Copies. That way, the changes that you make to the images in your collection won't change the image in your library. If you check Set as Target Collection, you will be able to move images into the collection by tapping your B key, which is marginally easier than manually dragging the thumbnails into the collection. I'm not interested in the last 2 options, so I'm going to leave them unchecked. Now I have Day 1 in my Valencia collection, and I can do the same process for Day 2. This time, let's make the collection via the Quick Collection option. The Quick Collection is a pretty useful tool. It's basically just a temporary collection. You can add photos to it by pressing the B key while you navigate your library, unless, of course, you've already assigned your B key to a different group. When you're finished adding photos to your Quick Collection, you can turn it into a real collection and, in doing so, reopen your Quick Collection to a new batch of images. I'm going to select the photos and then touch my B key. Then I'm going to turn it into a collection by right-clicking the Quick Collections panel and then pressing Save Quick Collection. I'll call it Day 2. Since it doesn't automatically fall under the Valencia set, I'm going to drag it in there. Now that these 2 collections are ready, all of the images can be found inside of the collection set that contains both of the folders. As you can see, you can also make something called a smart collection. This type of collection enables you to group your photos based on their metadata attributes. There are already several pre-existing smart collections, and you can create more of them. For example, you could group together all of the images that have been cropped, or you can make a collection of images that all share the same keyword. One big difference between smart collections and regular ones is that you cannot create a custom order of your images in smart collections. Using regular collections, you can drag your photos around to reorder them, but smart collections make you arrange your photos according to Lightroom's default settings. You can also arrange your actual collections alphabetically, but you can also sort them by their type. When your collections pane starts growing, you'll probably have a harder time finding the collection you want to work with. Luckily, Lightroom provides you with the ability to search for your collections using the Collections Filter function. If you want to delete a collection, just press the minus sign at the top of the pane. Congratulations! You should now be able to make collections, collection sets, and smart collections. In the next tutorial, we're going to enter the Develop module, where I will teach you about changing the white balance of your images. If you have any questions about the tutorial we just completed, please leave a comment and we will get back to you as soon as we can. This course is brought to you by Creative Online School.